Hi everyone, welcome to the final episode of this year's Vlogtober. I say this year's, I don't think I'm ever going to try and hold myself to doing a Vlogtober again daily anyway. I think every other day or every few days works for me, and also I feel like the vlogs are a little bit more juicier and longer that way. So welcome back, I hope you're doing well. I feel like a lot of the Vlogtober episodes have also started in my car, and specifically in this jumper. I picked it up from Zara towards the beginning of the month and I have literally lived in it. It's like the perfect hybrid of like a jacket and a jumper. I feel like I don't need a coat or a jacket with it because it's so thick and big and snuggly. I get so warm in it. So it's like that perfect kind of throw on when you want a snuggly bit of knitwear. You don't necessarily want a coat. Like I don't always like wearing a coat when I'm driving, getting out the car, like pottering. So this is perfect. So today I've just been to the gym. I'm just looking in the viewfinder now. I don't know if my makeup looks a little bit patchy because I've literally just done my makeup and got ready at the gym, which is not like a regular occurrence for me. The lighting in there isn't great, so I feel like there might be a bit of unblended bronzer on my face. So let's just pretend that that's not there. But it's 10 o'clock, bang on. I've just pulled up to a pretty empty looking car park and we're going into M&S to try and find some Halloweeny snacks. I don't know if I've left this too late again. I feel like I do this every year. I really want to get some like Halloweeny festive bits for me and Sam to have Halloween, which is 2 days from now, I think. Yeah, 2 days from now. So we have decided we're going to be Scrooges this year. We're going to be selfish and we're going to be Scrooges. It's the first year in our house that we're not going to get sweets for trick-or-treaters, and that makes me feel so moody and old and miserable. But where we live, I feel like trick-or-treating is like a shift at work. You have to spend at least £30 to £40 on sweets, at least, if you want to like give everyone who knocks on your door a sweet. And you're up, down, not even every 5 minutes. It's probably like every 2 minutes. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I feel like I'm really moody and like moaning. Don't get me wrong, I have really enjoyed doing it. I love seeing the cute little tiny babies in their little Halloween outfits. It's so sweet, which is why we've done it all this time. And obviously just joining in on the fun. I don't like to be that neighbour that's boring and doesn't have a pumpkin out. Not that you're boring if you don't do it, but to say that we love Halloween, I've always wanted to get involved, but this is the first year we're not going to do that because, as I say, it's just an absolute shift. Like from about 4 p.m. until sometimes like 9 o'clock at night with the teenagers that are coming around, it's a shift. And we always like make a really nice like picky dinner and try and get all cozy, and I feel like you can't fully enjoy it when you're like up and down to the door every 2 minutes. So we're being quite selfish this year. We've made the executive decision that we are not doing trick-or-treaters this year, so we're going to be selfish. We're going to get ourselves some sweets and some Halloween treats. I'm going to wait until Sam comes to pick the dinner bits. I just want to solely get like Halloweeny sweets if there's any left. I don't know if there'll be any left, but if not, we're just going to have a mooch. I need to get some protein overnight oats because I've not eaten yet and I'm really hungry, and I love the salted caramel overnight oats, so I hope they've got some of those because I haven't had my brekkie yet. And then I need to go and I need to do the food shop at Sainsbury's, but this is a fun food shop this week because I am getting all of the bits to fill the pantry jars up with, so I'm very excited about that. So let's go have a little mooch in M&S, see what we can find. If there's anything left, obviously I will show you what I pick up, and I'm so excited to have a cozy Halloween night on Friday. This is the type of thing I live for. 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm back. Sod's law. The shop was so quiet, deadly quiet, apart from not even the Halloween section, but like the area near the Halloween section, and I just didn't have it in me to whack the camera out today. It's so weird with this job. I'm filming myself in public. Some days it doesn't faze me at all. I'll whack my camera out, I'll say and do whatever I want, I'll show you guys, like I don't have an issue with it. Other days I just can't bring myself to do it. I think when a shop's quiet, that's worse for me because people hear you around. Like it was deadly quiet. So if I whacked my camera out and started being like, oh look at all, like people would hear what I'm saying, and like you get kind of looks and stuff. Whereas if it's busy, there's more going on, it's louder, you can't really hear it. Like I'm just lost in all of the like busyness that's going on. But I can tell you what they had. They had a few cupcakes left, which were really cute, like little mini Halloweeny cupcakes. They had a Halloween Colin. So if you're having a Halloween party, Halloween Colin. I mean, it was 12 quid, which I think is a little virgin on steep, but it was really cute and it was really nicely decorated. And then they had like mini cupcakes with like eyeballs and stuff on. I was this close to getting them, but there was a tray of like, I think it was like 9, and I just thought we don't need 9 cupcakes between us. So I actually managed to get the last bag of these, and I'm not gonna lie, this is what I had in mind when I said I was going to M&S to get some snacks. This is what I wanted to get because I've been seeing people trying them. They came out like probably like late August, and I hadn't picked them up yet, and I had seen them in there, but I thought I'm gonna save myself, and I make the same mistake every time and then I leave it and it's too late. So very pleased with myself I managed to grab those. They are spooky cookie bites. I love the cookie dough bites from M&S anyway, but these ones have got like candy brownie pieces and they're a bit salty with milk and white chocolate. So very excited. And then I just got these. I only got the bits that I thought we would like and eat. They also have, which we've done before, you know, like the dine in, I think it's dine in for like, I can't remember how much it is, but you get like a certain amount of like their ready meal bits. They've got a Halloween themed one of those, so they've got like eyeball bao buns and like a few like halloumi fingers and like some little bits like that. So that's a really cute idea if you're having a Halloween night in as well. But then I just picked up some of these sweet and salty popcorn clusters of popcorn, cornflakes, salted honeycomb and marshmallows in a yogurt and maple flavour coating. Like, I don't really know what's Halloweeny about those, like nothing apart from the packaging, but I'm a sucker for a bit of Halloween packaging. So they're the Halloween snacks we got. I didn't want to go too crazy, as I say, because it is just me and Sam, and I know he will be cursing me if I come back with like a mountain of food, and I also want him to be there to pick some bits that he wants. So we are going to come out again maybe like Thursday, Friday, see how we feel and get our dinnery bits and our picky bits. I might even get a camembert. I'm feeling like a really cozy like Virgin on Christmas picky bits night. But anyway, talking about food's made me hungry, so I'm going to woof this down. It's the salted caramel overnight oats. I will drive here specifically just to get this. If I'm out and about and I want like something to eat, like a snack, if I've not had breakfast and I just want like a snack on the go, I will come out of my way to drive to Marks and Spencer's to get these overnight oats. I've tried to recreate them at home. I've tried to find like cheaper alternatives, like more like whole foods, not as like processed. I don't think they're too bad actually, like ingredients wise. I don't think they've got too many like processed bits in them, but I've tried to make them at home to save myself coming out and buying a single portion every time, but it just never tastes as good. They're so good, and I usually don't like these, like, you know, these protein things, but these are an exception, and they've got loads of chia seeds in as well, so that counts as healthy for me. It is now the next morning. I'm just getting a few steps in before I go for my facial. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm getting a new treatment today. I'm getting a new facial, never had it before. I think it's a high frequency wand and something called microdermabrasion. I will of course show you the after, but this is the before. I'm hoping that it's just going to clear up like the last lingering few breakouts, and when I've looked online, people are absolutely raving about both of those treatments, so I'm really excited to get them done, and I'm going to try and make it like a regular occurrence to get like professional facials, because I feel like that makes all the difference. And I spend so much time on my skincare at home, I feel like I should really be maximising it by getting these like professional standard treatments. So that's what we've got on the plans this morning. I'm having a lovely gorgeous autumnal walk. I've wanted to get more walks in because I feel like I've not been making the most of the autumny walks, so that's what we're doing. It's the perfect like crispy but sunny autumny weather, and I'm excited to lay down, relax and get facial. What a gorgeous Thursday morning treat. That is literally stunning. That post facial glow, I am looking, can I balance you on there? Yeah, I am looking a bit red and a bit prodded and poked because that's exactly what's just happened, but so relaxing. Maybe not the high frequency one, that was a little bit spicy, but I feel like a facial should be a little bit spicy. Like, I want them to be doing something that I can't do at home. So this is how we're looking. The breakouts are very sore and red because she was doing all sorts. She was sucking, she was zapping, but I feel really good after that, and I'm really excited to see if that wand helps these lingering breakouts. But anyway, I've just made myself a coffee because I've not had any caffeine today and I'm really enjoying this. Does anyone else go through phases of using certain glasses? I'm going to sound like such a weirdo, but the girls that get it will get it. Go through phases of using certain glasses and like forgetting that you own other ones, and then I sound like such a freak, honestly, and then you rediscover a glass in your cupboard and it's like the perfect size, the perfect ratio for an iced coffee, because I feel like it makes all the difference, because obviously it impacts the amount of milk you use, the amount of ice you use, and this is really hitting the spot. 10 out of 10. So I'm just gone for a walk, and then when he gets back, we're going to move on to the next part of Project Pantry, and it's starting to get fun. Up until now, it has been fun, but it's not been my kind of fun. It's been like DIY kind of fun in unfamiliar territory. The next part of Project Pantry is where I can really get stuck in, and it's my vibe. It's my time to shine, basically. Sam is going to be the tech guy because he's just a tech whiz. Anything to do with like electronics, tech, lighting, wires, like organisation of computers. If ever I have an IT problem, it's the department, it's the niche that's that niche, is that the thing? Industry, that's the word I'm looking for. It's the industry that Sam works in. So whenever I have a problem, I've literally got an IT guy on standby, and it's just the best thing ever. Like, I might not have a tradie in the house, but I've got an IT guy, and that is just as good, if not better, especially how I am with my tech, my gadgets, like the internet and stuff like that. It's so handy to have Sam on hand for that. So what he's going to do, I'm hoping this afternoon, I just asked him nicely and he said that he would, is help me with the lighting, getting the lighting set up in the pantry. I'm not going to spoil it too much, and I don't know whether to just wait now and give you the full reveal. You might by this point have already seen it on TikTok, but I think I'm going to do 2 more parts to the TikTok series because there's so many people invested, and I feel like just letting them hang on for a little bit longer and dragging this out for as long as possible, because to be honest, I don't think there's going to be many more housey projects that we can do in this house. Even though I love doing things like this, we're quite limited, and obviously I've mentioned before that we are planning on moving in the next year to 2 years. So I don't want to do anything too major. So it's really fun and exciting when I get a project like this to do, and everyone on TikTok is loving it and invested in the series. So I am thinking of longing it out to have 2 more episodes. The next episode is going to be the lighting. It's going to be me cleaning the space because there's still dust everywhere from where we were drilling those holes into the walls. The tape needs to come off of all the skirting boards. I've still left the tape on. That's a really satisfying job, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. So a bit of a clear and a tidy up, and the installation of the lights. And then the last and final and funnest, I don't know if that's a word, but I'm using it, funnest episode of Project Pantry is going to be stocking the jars, stocking the baskets, and styling those shelves, which I'm not gonna lie, is the part that I've just had in mind this whole way through. I will actually show you because the Amazon delivery arrived last night. I'm not going to give too much away, actually. Let me just show you. To be honest, at this point, I think you would have seen it anyway, because I'm not sure. This vlog is going to go live tomorrow, so we shall see. But I got a few of these baskets, so we need to stock these baskets. I've got the food shop here waiting to be loaded into the jars. We've got some bits here. It's all very exciting stuff. It's all like my kind of thing. This is the stuff that I live for, to be honest. And then we've got this situation here. That's all I'm showing you for now. If you've seen it on TikTok already, then that's pointless, but I'm saving it for now. So that's an update with Project Pantry for anybody who is interested. I appreciate that not everybody watching these vlogs over on YouTube will be bothered with my Project Pantry, but I'm sorry, it's literally like my personality right now. My friend in our like Bezzy group chat, she's my friend and my cousin, best friend and cousin all in one. She was saying like Project Pantry is her Roman Empire at the moment, and she just can't stop thinking about it, which is just hilarious. And I feel like I've built this pantry up to be this massive thing, when in reality it's a cupboard and some shelves. But to me, it's monumental, so I feel like I have a lot of people invested and I need to live up to this expectation of the pantry. But anyway, I am going to have a bit of a cosy, I'm having a gorgeous Thursday. Like, what a treat for a Thursday. The thing with my work, I go through really busy spells and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I've got a quiet day, let's make the most of it. So I think I am going to have to film some bits and do some work bits over the weekend. So I'm taking a premature weekend this Thursday, a facial, and I'm just about to make a banana bread. What a stunning Thursday. It's the perfect autumny crispiest autumn weather outside. I've had the best walk in the sunshine. I just said to Sam, I need to do that more often, because walking outside when there's like gorgeous coloured leaves on the floor, everyone's got their Halloween decorations out, their pumpkins, it just feels like the epitome of autumn right now. I know I force it in September and it still, to be honest, feels like summer, but nobody can deny that right now doesn't feel like the epitome and the most autumniest of autumns ever. So I'm literally thriving today. So what I'm going to do is make this, in my head sounds incredible, so I'm hoping that I can execute it as well. I'm going to make a sticky toffee come banana bread type situation. I made a sticky toffee cake in the summer, I think it was August, to take down to Cambridge, and it went down an absolute treat with everyone, and it was so easy to make. I've always had in my head that sticky toffee pudding is like really hard to make, and a traditional one, sorry, probably is, but a sticky toffee cake, like a sponge, is so easy. I think if I remember properly, I just chopped up some dates and soaked them in tea, which is so random, but I found the recipe. I'll try and link it. I think it's the Good Housekeeping sticky toffee sponge cake or something. I'm going to try and find it. I'll link it because I need to follow it today. So I'm going to do that and just mix in some mashed bananas and hope that it works. I might get the help of ChatGPT to just like work out the measurements for me, but that's the plan of action today. Let's have a cozy baking autumnal afternoon. Look at this site. I managed to, I don't know if anyone remembers these, I picked these faux autumn flowers up from Home Sense. And when I was doing my Decorate for Autumn with me, I initially said they didn't fit in here, stupidly. I don't know how I didn't think of this, because I've seen people doing that before, and I did it and was like, duh, like I should have just done that to begin with. But I bent the stems, so I folded them in because they were too long and the flowers were like sitting up here, but I bent them because a few people suggested that in the comments when I said I needed to get a new vase, and they look perfect there with my little orange pumpkin LED candle. I love that. With the sun beaming through, 10 out of 10, gorgeous. So let's get that lit. I'm gonna get all my baking stuff out, and I'm not gonna lie, I am excited about this cake because I feel like that is gonna be such a yummy little concoction that I've come up with. A little baking update. We've got the chopped dates soaking in tea, which apparently adds depth. I remember doing this last time and thinking, what the hell? And it just, you can't taste the tea, it just like adds that sticky toffiness. Someone explained to me how, but it's such an easy, like, cheap thing to, obviously dates aren't cheap, but the tea thing, I just thought that's such a good idea. So they're soaking in there. They have been doing for about 10 minutes. In here, I've just got like pretty much banana bread batter. I need to add the flour, and then you chuck all of that mixture in, which looks like a lot of liquid, but that's what it's telling me to do. All of it in there, and then I can't decide whether to do like a loaf or like an actual tin. If I've got like a round springform tin at the back there, I don't know whether to do a loaf or not, so we shall see. But I'm going to add in the flour now, but I just thought I would update you. I am going to try and add the recipe for anybody who wants to bake this as well, because it sounds like it's going to be incredible. How appropriate of me to come on looking like this to wish you a happy Halloween. I've just given myself a weekend blow dry. I really need to get myself some bigger rollers and like some proper things to like look at this. I need to get better at this, because since I've had my layers in, I need to like master the bouncy blow dry, because that's the main reason I've got these layers cut in, because I always have loved a bouncy blow dry look. I used to do it with my straighteners and I'd like flip the ends under. But now I've got my GHD Duet blow dryer thingy. Sorry, I've put the kettle on and I'm trying to talk to you, and that's just a silly thing to do. But now I've got my GHD Duet styler. It's like a hot brush like type thing to blow dry your hair with. It's the perfect thing to use, but I just need to get some bigger rollers. I did actually try and get some from Boots the other day, but they didn't have any. I then went into TK Maxx, I think, or Superdrug, TK Maxx and Superdrug, and I couldn't find any, so I think I'm gonna have to order some online. But hopefully this turns out okay. And I've tried a new trick today that I saw a girl on TikTok mention, which is to not condition, because my problem is that they don't stay in. Like, it looks really nice when I pull the rollers out for the first 10 minutes, and then half an hour later it's just completely flat and it looks like I've just straightened my hair. So I saw a girl saying if you shampoo but you don't condition when you wash your hair, it gives it more texture and it's likely to hold better. And I even noticed when I was doing it that it was actually like curling them tighter and like giving it a tighter bounce. So I'm hoping that these will turn out well. I'm just also making myself a morning coffee. I tried some of this. I realised I didn't show you the finished banana bread, but it's so good. It really looks, let me give you a proper look at this. I have cling filmed the top, but it really does look like a sticky toffee pudding. I'm literally going to be tempted to have some of this for breakfast, but look, it's got that like sticky top. I haven't iced it. Could probably do with a bit of icing, but so yum. Honestly, so yum. I'm going to try my best to remember to include the recipe, because I already had some replies on my Instagram story of that, saying that people wanted to try it because it's just so good. It's such a good combo. I don't know why. I mean, it probably has been done before. I'm not going to act like I'm the pioneer of that recipe, but 10 out of 10, that'll be like my go-to because it's really easy to make as well. But anyway, let's make a coffee. I'm going to make myself some toast. I'm all cozy in my autumny dressing gown. It's 25 to 9. And I've actually, you might have spotted it in the background, honestly, I can't take myself seriously. I can't believe I've come on with my hair looking like this. But look what we've got waiting for us, ready to go. I am so excited to do this. This is going to be such a fun Halloween day, because we're also going to M&S to get our Halloweeny dinner for tonight, which I'm so excited about. So I'm selling some bits, and he's like, oh, someone wants to come and collect this tonight. I'm like, no one's coming tonight. No one's disturbing our Halloween horror film marathon with an M&S picky dinner. No way. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Having a cozy Halloween night in, restocking the pantry, and probably having lots of that cake. What a gorgeous day. Like, honestly, this week I've just felt so good today. Don't know if anyone else is the same. I said this yesterday, but September, I'm like pushing it. I know I'm pushing it. I know it's a stretch to say that it's autumn, because it does still feel summery most of September. This week has just felt so autumnal. It's honestly been such a gorgeous week. So very excited for a cozy little Halloween. And yeah, I'm quite excited for this coffee, to be honest, because I feel like I need it this morning. I got woken up last night to the most horrific nightmares. I'm really like having intense dreams at the moment. Sam recorded me the other night. I've been like whispering. He laughs and he makes jokes and saying that I'm casting spells. And I thought he was being dramatic until he showed me the recording. And for like a minute and a half straight, I was there going, like whispering like full sentences. You couldn't really make out what I was saying. But that's been happening like every night for the last like week or two. And every single night I remember my dreams. And that to like Sam is alien, because he never remembers his dreams. Like, a lot of people in my family don't really remember their dreams, but I will wake up, vividly remember all of my dreams. They're really intense, they feel really realistic, and that's literally, this is such a funny time to be having this conversation with my hair looking like this. I feel like more and more hair is just dropping down from these rollers. But yeah, I've been having like even more intense like talking in my sleep. They've just been, yeah, just, I don't know, I've always been like a really vivid dreamer, but I feel like they've ramped up these last couple of weeks. The weirdest ones is when I dream that I'm like pregnant or I'm giving birth. I've been having loads of those. I'm not pregnant. But then we met up with our friends the other day, and one of our friends was like, oh my god, Molly, I had a dream you were pregnant the other day. And I thought, keep that away from me. Keep that baby energy away from me. But it's just so weird when a dream is so vivid and it feels so real when you're in it. And yeah, I had that last night. I got woken up by some really weird nightmares. I like it now that I've got my ultra human ring, because I can literally track my REM sleep, my deep sleep, my light sleep. You can see like the whole night, you can see where you wake up, and it's just fascinating looking at that, because it like corresponds with like when you think you were awake or you get woken up. Like before I had this, it was just kind of guesswork, but now you can actually see like what time it was, how much REM sleep you got. It's fascinating. I love having this now. I didn't know if I was going to love or hate it, but I am absolutely loving it. Anyway, I'm going to make myself a slice of toast, get my morning coffee down me, and then we can have a fun little day stuck in the pantry, having a little M&S snack trip. Very excited, immaculate vibes today. I felt mean not giving the coffee pour because I love this. I love watching people do this. I don't know about anyone else. Ready? Look at that. And it would be absolutely rude to not use this straw today. Cheers. I just started taking my rollers out and I thought we could do it together. Let's have a little roller reveal because they are looking quite bouncy actually. Look at that. I think the conditioner hack really has made a difference. I didn't know if my hair would feel really like straw-like and not do much, but oh my god. I feel like that's the game changer. Been doing it wrong this whole time. Look at that bounce. Okay, they've never turned out this bouncy before. The fringe always goes a bit skewy. Oh my god. Okay, if you've got hair like mine and it doesn't usually hold, try the no conditioner hack because I'm impressed so far. I mean, obviously we've got to see if they last, but they're already so much bouncier than they've ever been. Whoa! Oh my god, I can't believe that. Right, let's give it a bit of a sort out. Look at this bit. Okay, let's put the line back in. I cannot get over that. I never really like the front of my hair. That's why I always do like a half up, half down situation, but I feel like that's turned out really well. Don't know about this side. Don't know what's going on there. I'm impressed. Look at that. I never get that much volume. Oh my god. Okay, I'm really pleased with myself. I think I was going to chat GPT. I don't know if I can put makeup on today because I had my facial yesterday. So I'm going to check and see if I can because I thought since I've given myself a nice bouncy blow dry, it might be nice to actually put a little bit of makeup on. Let me check. With my best mate, I had high frequency wand and what did we do before ChatGPT? Honestly, it's quite scary, isn't it? It's best to avoid makeup for at least 24 hours. Okay, maybe that's not a good idea then. No, I'm not going to risk it. It's not worth it. I'm not doing anything that actually warrants makeup today, so just the bouncy blow dry. I'm sorry, I cannot get over that. Prepare to be absolutely sick of me because obsessed. Okay, we've got everything here ready to go. Labels, ready to label everything. And this is what we're looking like after we added the lighting in yesterday. So I've got a bit of a plan of where I want everything to go. So I'm going to fill them. Why do I feel nervous? I'm going to fill these jars, sticker them. I've got a rough idea of what I want to go in what. And then obviously it's just a case of stacking it up. So let's go. So excited to do this. How aesthetically pleasing is that? Organisation heaven. I feel like this is the part that no one shows you in these aesthetic, organising, pantry, cleaning videos, because I'm trying to work out what is going to go in each jar. So I'm kind of just making piles and like putting them next to the jar that I think they're going to go in. We've got these big boys that I got from Amazon. They're absolutely huge. I don't know if the camera's actually doing them justice of how big these are. So I'm going to do these for pasta and flour because I feel like they're the things that we use the most, like dry ingredients wise. And then I'm not sure if this linguine is going to fit in there, so it's just going to be a bit of trial and error. I've then got like my baking bits, like my sugars, my oats. We're making homemade popcorn a lot at the moment. Sam never did this as a child. I used to always do this with my mum, make popcorn. It used to fascinate me. And we picked some up the other month in Sainsbury's. You can get this down like the international aisle. It's really cheap. It's like £1 something for this massive bag and it lasts us forever. And we have it most nights, to be fair. It's nice low calorie if you fancy like a healthy little sweet treat after your dinner. So I'm definitely going to do a jar of that. Maybe that can go in a big one actually, because I've got a spare big one of those. I don't know if they'll all fit in one of those. So yeah, it's just like a working out game, but I'll give you an update. These are the labels, by the way. I got these from Amazon. These were quite pricey. I paid £19 for these labels, but the reason they were so much is because there's just so many, and I just thought I'd play it safe and make sure that I've got a label for everything that I need one for. And they're like proper waterproof, like laminated, which I know it's extortionate for labels, but hopefully they will last. And I just like the black and white, so I did splurge and I did treat us. But this is how we're looking so far. We've got the wire baskets I've done, like onions, potatoes, these are baking bits, and then I'm just so nervous that these shelves are gonna like ping off the wall. I've then got like a spare one here that I think I might put either like the noodles or the rice pouches in. I've not decided yet. We've also got a spare wicker basket down there. So on this row I've got like my spare cleaning bits. I've got Lola's bits in here, spices and herbs, like the overfill from our spice rack, the overspill, sorry, is that it? Overflow, overspill, whatever, of our little spice jars. And then this one is like sweet bits, so like seeds, cacao nibs, dark chocolate, like the cereal kind of toppers, that kind of thing. Oh my god, did that shelf just wiggle? I'm nervous about this. We have used the right, like the plasterboard plugs. I keep getting comments of people saying, oh my god, please don't put anything heavy on there. I think that's what's making me nervous. But we did use the proper plasterboard plugs, so I'm hoping that it will hold. Otherwise, that's just all going to come tumbling down. But let's not manifest that. But yeah, that's how it's looking so far. I'm thinking these big boy jars with the flour and the pasta on to go on this top shelf. That's going to be quite a heavy shelf. I'm a bit nervous about that again. And then on here, I'm going to put these ones, like the medium ones and the little diddy ones, are going to go along there. I feel like that's when the aesthetic vibes are going to come in, because it's looking a little bit like it needs something on here, obviously. So I'm going to label the jars up, empty all of these out into the jars, which is just going to be so satisfying. I've been so excited for this bit. So I'm going to really just switch off, get in the zone and enjoy it and take this bit in. Pantry is done. I don't know whether to show it on here or to save it for the TikTok reveal.
Give them a sneak, maybe.
A sneak?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll give you a sneak
Treat
when
to
we
it.
get home. Who knows? But we're currently on our way to get our Halloween lunch. And everyone's had the same idea because we're literally in like gridlock traffic.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's half term, I think. I don't even know if it's half term. I keep saying that. I
think
assume
it
it
is.
is because I notice all the kids out and about. But yeah, it's literally
You'd
like...
think people would go like in the day, not at lunchtime when everyone else is going.
Yeah, everyone has. But then people might be on their lunch break also. So
Yeah.
who knows? But it'll be worth it. Did we go in that way?
Nah, it's going left.
Yeah, so anyway, we're going to go to M&S, see what munch we can find. I'm thinking of getting the chicken Kiev pizza.
What other pizzas do they have? I don't think Have you had any other ones?
I don't think... We've had that thin salami one. You know, the long, thin one.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
I want it to be the same base as that Kiev one we got, because that's
The
really
white
good.
one?
Yeah.
So yum. And then some little picky bits. I'm in the mood for a little picky dinner. We never do that. I feel like that's a warm-up for Christmas as well. Little picky dinner. You don't really like camembert, do you?
I'm getting into it. The skin icks me out a bit.
Yeah, and I feel like that pizza's very like creamy and cheesy anyway. We made
Let's
that
not
mistake
make the
last
mistake.
time.
Yeah, let's not do that.
We're not
again.
going to do that with the melty. That garlic Kiev dip on its own is 10 out of 10, but with a Kiev pizza, it's a bit much.
And we got a garlic bread.
And we got
last time.
garlic bread. Yeah, maybe no
It was
garlic bread this
overload.
time. Yeah, so we shall see what we manage to find. On the cosy little M&S Halloween night, which I'm very excited about. The most important decision for Samuel. This is his department. He loves a good gummy sweet. What did we have last time that was really nice from here? The gummy sweet. Was it that?
These ones, these striped
I think-
ones or the fruit ones?
Oh, I like those. They taste like drumstick kind of thing, don't they? Ooh, cherry.
They'd be
Do they have
nice.
any Halloweeny ones? We probably
No, I
left it
don't
too late.
think so.
They got the Christmas ones. There was a Halloween section around there that I managed to get those bits the other day.
Oh yeah.
This is what the basket's looking like at the moment. We've got some tenders, some pizza. A little
That
dip.
looks real good.
That does look good. I wasn't going to do a pantry reveal on here just because I'm not posting the TikTok until tomorrow morning. But since I'm rounding off Vlogtober, I thought it was only fair. I thought it was like fitting for the last episode of Vlogtober to have a bit of a finale. So you're going to see this before anyone on TikTok, which is quite major because usually, I'm not going to lie, I do prioritise my TikTok just because it's my biggest platform. No hate to my YouTube watchers, but it's just the way it is. I usually just prioritise my TikTok. But this time, you're getting the first sneak peek. And honestly, I could not be more over the moon with this pantry. I cannot believe that this is in our house. We both just keep looking at it in complete shock because... We're going to have to ignore this ugly wall for the time being, but look at her. I am absolutely just obsessed. The jars look gorgeous with all of their little labels on. I'm just honestly over the moon with it. We've got our pasta up there, all of the baskets. Sam's good idea was to put the scales on here as well, and I just love that. But how gorgeous. Like, the before and after of this space, I will never get over. And if this pantry is in literally every single one of my videos from now on, you're just going to have to let me off because I just can't get over it. I just keep looking at it like, how have we done that in like a week as well? I feel like this has just been such a transformation. Let's put you on there. This is so funny. Look at me in my pantry. But thank you so much. I'm going to sign off Vlogtober in my pantry. I'm going to grab myself a seat and just sit in here for a while just to take it all in because honestly, it's turned out even better than I expected, and I've just had so much fun doing this with Sam. We've both really enjoyed it, and as I say, completely just obsessed with it. Even better than I envisioned in my head. So welcome to the new pantry, and thank you so much to anyone that's been so patient with this Vlogtober. I know it didn't exactly go to plan, posting every day, but I have tried my best, and I really hope that you have enjoyed it and you yourself have had such a cosy, fun October. Going into November now, it's actually crazy, but I also hope you've had a really nice cosy Halloween evening, or you will have one, depending on what time you are going to watch this video. But thank you so much for being here, and I will be resuming the weekly vlogs again from next week. It's all very exciting, isn't it? And we will be doing even more baking now I've got this up. But thank you so much as always for watching and for being here. I really appreciate you all, every single person who's watched along with Vlogtober this year, and I will see you next week when we're back into some weekly vlogs.